Every soul holds a fractured piece, a wound demanding solace, demanding quiet. This is human. We crave the right to crumble unseen, to fail in the privacy of our own ruins. This unspoken contract, personal suffering, personal recovery, a sacred, solitary journey. But some are denied this grace. Their wounds are televised, their struggle amplified. Healing, when the world watches, transforms into a brutal, unforgiving arena. Every tremor, every tear, every falter becomes a public spectacle, analyzed and judged. Your scars become trending topics, your pain, monetized clickbait, a commodity. The audience isn't here for your growth. They came, hungry, for the damage. They want the story of the fall, not the arduous, unglamorous climb back up. This is the cost. The brutal calculus of public suffering laid bare. The first sacrifice, your right to privacy. Your sanctuary is gone. Every personal crisis becomes a headline, stripped of context, amplified for outrage. The pressure to perform healing is immense, to be inspiring, not merely human. Authentic vulnerability is weaponized, your raw moments dissected, mocked, dismissed. The healing journey is messy, imperfect, but perfection is demanded, constantly. A bad day isn't just a bad day. It's proof you haven't truly healed. The narrative is stolen from you. Others write your story, define your pain. Your past becomes a weapon. Every old mistake, resurfaced, weaponized against your progress. The quiet moments of introspection are interrupted by the incessant hum of opinions. You become a living, breathing case study, a cautionary tale for some, entertainment for others. The self-doubt corrodes. Is my healing genuine, or am I just performing for them? Every step forward is scrutinized. Every misstep, a global failure. The insidious trap of inspiration porn, your pain as motivation for others. You're not allowed to simply cleanse. You must always be overcoming. The quiet dignity of suffering is stripped away, replaced by reality TV drama. Your evolution is documented, every awkward stage preserved in amber. There's no room for regression, for the painful, necessary relapses that define real recovery. The relentless thirst for new content means your healing must be endless, dramatic. Your journey becomes a product, marketed, consumed, then discarded for the next trend. This commodification of pain steals its meaning, its profound personal weight. The erosion of self. You start seeing yourself through their collective gaze. Your identity becomes a brand. Your recovery, a carefully curated narrative. The quiet self-reflection, essential for growth, is drowned out by digital noise. You become a symbol, not a person, a vessel for their hopes or their contempt. The freedom to experiment, to fail, to awkwardly find your footing, is revoked. Every step is meticulously documented, recorded, available for eternal playback. The ability to simply disappear, to heal in obscurity, becomes an impossible luxury. Your private struggles fuel public discourse, your pain, a topic of debate. The isolation deepens. Who can you trust when everyone's a potential chronicler? The very act of seeking help can be twisted. Vulnerability exploited for optics. The pressure to remain on. Even in your darkest moments, the mask stays firmly in place. Your grief is not your own. It belongs to the public, to be judged, criticized. The very meaning of getting better becomes distorted. What do they want you to be? Your healing becomes a performance art, the recovery, a long-running show. The raw honesty required for true healing is a dangerous commodity in the public eye. Every victory is scrutinized for sincerity. Every setback, proof of your inherent flaw. You become trapped in the past version of yourself that the public defines. The right to evolve, to change, to shed your skin, is constantly challenged. Your journey becomes a map for others, not a path for your own quiet steps. The emotional labor of managing public perception drains energy needed for self-repair. Every moment of peace is fleeting, overshadowed by the awareness of the watchful eyes. The courage to be imperfect. The strength to refuse to perform. This is where the true battle lies, claiming back your authentic self. But the cost is astronomical. Rejection from those who loved your brokenness. The pressure to remain a relatable tragedy, rather than a whole, complex person. The quiet joy of healing, experienced privately, is replaced by external validation seeking. Every moment of self-compassion can feel like a betrayal of the narrative. The internal compass, vital for navigating recovery, is jammed by external noise. The ability to simply forget, to move on without constant reminders, is stolen. Your healing can become a weapon against you. Why are you still talking about this? The quiet dignity of getting better, piece by painstaking piece, is lost. The fear of relapsing is amplified. The shame of it, multiplied by millions. You become a living archive of your own trauma, endlessly revisited, never truly closed. The search for internal validation is sabotaged by the craving for external applause. Your healing isn't for you anymore. It's for the narrative, for the brand, for the show. The immense courage it takes to simply exist, genuinely, under that microscope. The silence, the space, the obscurity needed to truly mend, are snatched away. The deeper, more insidious wound, the one inflicted by the very act of healing publicly. It becomes a never-ending cycle of performance, pain, and public consumption. The battle is not just against your internal demons, but against 1,000 external expectations. Your right to be flawed, to make mistakes, to be imperfectly human, is revoked. The price of public life isn't just fame, it's the forfeiture of genuine self. You lose a quiet freedom to stumble, to grieve, to simply exist without explanation. The ultimate sacrifice, the profound peace of a journey, undertaken solely for oneself. This profound truth, healing is a private act. Its public iteration is a performance. And every performance demands a mask, even the mask of vulnerability. The courage isn't in sharing. It's in reclaiming the unshared spaces of self. To allow the wound to scab, to scar, to fade, without comment, without witness. This is the burden, the gilded cage of celebrity, where even pain is curated. The relentless pressure to remain interesting even in your quietest moments of repair. The self-censorship that creeps in. What parts of me are safe to show? The constant negotiation between authenticity and survival in a hostile narrative landscape. Every act of self-care can be misconstrued as narcissism, selfishness, or weakness. The exhaustion is profound, fighting for your privacy while fighting for your peace. The paradox. The more you share to heal, the more you reveal to be judged. The audience believes they are owed your transparency, your entire emotional inventory. And in their hunger, they consume not just your pain, but your future quiet. Every moment of genuine recovery feels like a theft from the narrative they've invested in. The deep, gut-wrenching truth. You cannot truly heal when the world demands you remain broken. You become a monument to their fascination, a living exhibit of your past trauma. They celebrate your resilience, but only if it's constantly on display. The quiet victory of finding peace, a peace they cannot comprehend nor exploit. Your healing becomes a performance, a commodity, anything but a silent, sacred journey. And the audience watches your scars, not your steady internal growth. They demand the spectacle of your pain, forever etched for consumption. Because true healing implies completion, a closing chapter, and that's not good content. The world wants your wound, not your wholeness. It wants the story, not the ending. The price of healing publicly is the very act of healing itself. A constant, agonizing choice between self-preservation and public gratification. And sometimes, the most courageous act is to disappear, to heal in secret, to reclaim the profound, quiet dignity of a life lived for oneself, not for the lens. Because real growth happens in the shadows, where the light of public scrutiny cannot reach.